It is some minutes past 1 p.m. Many are enjoying their lunch break. The hustle and bustle in the city under the sun has not slowed down. Nothing comes easy, and nothing is for free. On your way out of Nairobi Central Business District, all looks quiet. There's no sign that something will be happening here. As time moves on, one thing leads to the other. This is the only place you can get two things for free. At exactly 2 p.m., this van drives into the compound, and this happens a few minutes later.
As you see, I'm dropping out of my car for Food for Life. We are here to step down side. We are prepare what chakula. That's what the point. So follow us. Baba.
This is the story of Poetry After Lunch.
Poetry after lunch is all about doing poetry after people have eaten.
It's about time these refugees go back home. They've already overstayed their visit, don't you think? In an attempt to respond to these statements, I thought, irrational of me, a refugee, to explain myself to a national. You telling a refugee to go back home when they're not willing and when they're not ready is like telling a child who was raped by their father to go back home because father has learned his lesson and now it's safe. Home will never feel like home again.
Poetry after lunch is all about artists, or rather poets, spoken word artists, gathering together and having lunch at the Kenya Cultural Center, free lunch, and that is. And then after that we share our thoughts in form of spoken word poetry, and it happens every Thursday of the week without fail.
This poem is for those who spend their days turning and tossing in bed, yet are too quick to apportion blames for their lack of money to spend. Move. This poem is for women whose days are split in 3 segments. They spend the first segment of their day standing before mirrors, perfecting their looks and appreciating how beautiful they are, because to them, being beautiful is an occupation. Move.
Poetry After Lunch started like 3.5 years ago, and we've been doing it consistently, skipping no Thursdays. Yeah.
In a city where the cost of living is high, one cannot fail to ask, where does the free food come from?
There is this movement, Hare Krishna, who support righteous causes. And they found that Pearl is doing a great job in fulfilling the visions of the world, supporting poets, or rather artists, supporting the nurturing of artists. And that is what we exactly do here. So they said, when you're doing a good thing, we have to come in and give you a hand. So they provided free food for us, and that is what you're doing right now.
Kusema kweli Nerea ni mrembo. Sitaki kusema kwa sauti, yeye ni kiatu bila soul. But hiyo siku nilikuwa namuona mtoto amesimama, kunifanya nasimama na kurespond na kila kitu yenye alikuwa anafanya.
The event was started to create a space where young poets, young spoken word artists can find a free platform where they can nurture, express and share their thoughts. Yeah.
They spend the second segment of their days on YouTube tuition perfecting their art of attraction, seduction, and acquisition, after which they'll spend the last segment of their days on Facebook and Twitter hunting sponsors because they believe that success must be sexually transmitted. Move.
Tears washeth no grief, no console, no wounded hearts. Instead, it sweeps away from every face all happiness, hope, and joy, leaving the mourners but speechless.
Many people have been here. Most of them are no longer here. They remember here, but life is better today.
Many artists started here and they are stars today. If I have to count, if you may allow me to count, I've got to start with God. God started with us here and is always a superstar. And we have heart the band. We started together here. And they've really grown to be mighty stars moving around the country. We have poet Teardrops doing wonderful things out there. We have poet Mufasa. We have very many other poets. We have me here doing other things other than Poetry After Lunch. And we have Kunimbichi. We have a lot of MCs who've sprung out of Pearl and now doing a lot of things out there.
When you feel lonely, you tend to rely on the women who pleased your eyes. You know the past and seek the future. What was, what is, what will be are all woven into the tapestry of our life, where one goddess walks, another waits, and dreams are all memories yet to come. Never fear the pain, cause the general weakness leaving the body has so hard the rope will loosen and you see the bright side. Cause I'm a survivor, courtesy of my tongue. When people walk away, let them.
Papa, mbona nisikusifu na wende the true master, the true sifu. Were au mulungu, God au Mungu, muumba inchi na bingu. All praise to you kwa kuniraise.
We have house rules. You know, Pearl is a spiritual platform. Pearl is a platform where people grow. We nurture life skills, we share, we promote life skills. So you don't have any room to speak curses or to be a person who speaks things that are not good for the society.
I might have run away as far as I can, but at least that gave me a chance. It gave me a chance to learn and understand that where I am coming from, there's a lot that needs to be done. Children are traumatized by the sound of the gun. And the truth is, nobody really is concerned. Oh, my beloved nation. Junubu Sudan is also God's creation. To you all Nazbaletna, Kulukumyakwana from every corner of this earth planet, I ask you to rise with me, not against me, so we can use our given power as the key to set the others free. So please save me. Save my mother nation.
Sometimes a lot of artists walk from different places, far places, just to come to Pearl and share, and they walk on foot. So sometimes I have to foot the bill, give a few artists fare to go back home, and yeah, those are challenges.
Niko na beef na love ya hii world. Hatuwezi disappoint. Juu kini dis mi na kupoint. Manza mekata kuishi na president. Jame for love na chokora. Wanasema love ni blind. Yenge kwa true. Hakuna mtu angaimari. Kila mtu angekuwa virgin kama Mary. For me, si believe ku fall in love. No believe ku sleep in love. Kama Adam angeenda in a deep sleep, Eve anga exist. Ilibidi Jesus aende in a deep sleep. Ndio love ya repentance exist. Watu walifall in love will end up in disaster. Mtuka King David alifall in love na Delilah. Mtuka King David alifall in love akakomolta adultery. Mwingine Samson alifall in love na Delilah akatola wasasi yake ya power. Hii world tuna propose na pete na bado tuna claim at love ni priceless. Love priceless ni ya Kristo. Alitumia blood kwa marriage. Till death separates us apart. Love ya God ni 100%. Ndio hata nikidai kwake na exist. So what's the real thing? To fall in love or to sleep in love? Nimeka both raise the chorus.
Hata kabla jua kutu watu unakamkukama tukisha inka munasta jo beste uskize sounds zile zina come around could blow your mind.
They were accountable. Just a couple of thousands said they suppressed millions upon millions. They came into their lands, possessed by force their fields to cover their leadership and commanded their ways of life. What they never knew is that a day would come. A day would come when the birds would fly up high, even with chains around salt. Every passing day under the scorching sun only made the coming eruption hotter, stronger and louder. And so, when the day came, when it was time for the mountains to open up, my forefathers came out standing and fighting for nothing but freedom, justice and truth. And they had no choice but to watch my flag fly high up, dancing with the rhythm of the winds, the melody of the birds and the harmony of the twigs, dressed perfectly in the color of my blood, my land, my skin, and most importantly, the color of peace. In it, the spears and shield that were used to fight for me, the flag that represents me, that gave me a sense of belonging, a land so pretty and uniquely curvy, Kenya.
Sijakam show business issues, nimekam show business issues. So ukidharau staff yangu ka tissue, baada ya haja kubwa ndio utajua ni issue. Kuna results tofauti kutoka kwa mtihani moja, ka ulevi tofauti baada ya glasi ya mzinga moja, na ka kustaga tofauti kutafanja pana moja, kwa nyembamba tofauti utafika kwa baba mmoja. Mbona wezi tofauti wataibia pocket moja, places tofauti na tabia ngeta moja, hours tofauti kuchapia kwa giza moja, ocha tochi tofauti zikimilika mwizi moja. Chezi game tofauti kantapata nishani moja, so sili na visu tofauti za kukata kwa sani moja. Smind viungo tofauti kwa chakula jina moja, bora vipande tofauti zipite kwako moja. Rangi tofauti zikila kwa meza moja, sikabila tofauti ziongee Kiswahili moja. Juka seng tofauti tu ndani ya hii jiji moja ndio wanashika tofauti meaning ya sentence moja. Si voice tofauti utengeza kompo moja.
That's true.
Ndio noises tofauti pia zipongeze hiyo kompo moja. Noises tofauti kusikika kwa pamoja huwa ni nafsi tofauti kuhusika kwa pigo moja. Kaa nyumba tofauti zikibani mtaa moja ndio familia tofauti zinakesha church moja. Waathiriwa tofauti wakidunga hema moja ndio wanafikiria tofauti ndani ya ile bunge moja. Niaje kuni ndogo ndio inasha moto kubwa, kupika dish ndogo kwa pan kubwa, na sasa ipataje tumbo ndogo hizo zenye njaa kubwa. Mara ndogo na minyoni kubwa zaidi anakonda, na jamaa kijikondesha na alcohol ndogo base ya spirits kubwa. Akili ndogo kutoka kwa ubongo kubwa, miwani ndogo kuwekwa mbele ya macho kubwa, vision kiti ndogo ikaliwa na rasa kubwa. Sayansi ndogo, experiments ndio kubwa. Kwa area ndogo hiyo pressure kwao ni kubwa, ndio ghetto ndogo zina expose makubwa. Kasura ndogo ina dent kubwa, ni kiraka ndogo imeshona na uzi kubwa. Kwa nguo ya mtoto mdogo na matusi kubwa. Chill kidogo upigwe na msangao kubwa. Juu ni yupi mdogo akukuita wewe mkubwa? Sura ndogo na smile kubwa. Rinda ndogo kwa mwili kubwa, so na mistari kidogo tu ndani ya baa kubwa. Kondogo sasa itameza Guinness kubwa. Na lips ndogo kwa Sprite kubwa. Si image ndogo na thirst kubwa. Aibu ndogo ndogo zikichoma picha kubwa, juka player kadogo kakifunga goal kubwa, ndio kadem kadogo kanabeba ball kubwa. Sijakam show business issues, nimekam show so kidharau staff yangu ka tissue, baada ya haja kubwa ndio utajua ni issue. Inangamia industrial revolutionary babeli kubwa, pombe wanawake siasa kuchangia.
Karibuni kwenye story moja moto ya mbuyu fulani poko anayeteka advantage ya usonko kumisuse madem kingono. Bado tu ni uhondo. Nitatumia lugha yetu ya soko kwa sababu kingoso ni vako yake ya uongo. What I mean is kimombo itakuwa kidogo na labda hata kiloton, kwa sababu kimila pia ni lazima tujipatie promo. Masomo. Mtafuta ndogo ndogo aogopi uchungu wa kisonono, kwani akiteka advantage ya words zake za mdomo na action ya mkono hadi mono uquit masomo baada ya kupigwa chobo na mguu ya tatu ndogo. Just imagine ndani ya gari kule sehemu ya back seat bila hata bed sheet. Si bakali ya seat belt iliwacha na backache. Kitambi ya sugar daddy imejaa kwa shati kwa sababu ya ganji ya dhambi. Some girls are very unlucky. Just imagine at a tender age of 13, Kathy alikuwa shagwero na sugar daddy aliyemtumia taxi iliyompeleka maskani. Pale alimchanganya na kanywaji kisha akamwona ndani na hata hakumjali leta alipomcall kwa simu ya jamii. Si tayari alikuwa amemtupa. Angeza tena mbeba na tupa, wacha ile intakula alimchukua nayo akimpeleka kwa base pale alimbaia ndula na marula akimdanganya eti yeye alikuwa nguna super hata kuliko Miss Cuba. Eti mnashtuka. Si vile tu alimtupa alikuwa Chumaimuna akamtafuna tafuna alafu akamtupa kwa kamfupa alipogwera sela ule sistake mlesa. Na si ni mimba ya Domtila ilifanya itwe kila baada ya kumpatia mita iflash kabisa. Kitambi ya sugar daddy imejaa kwa shati kwa sababu ya ganji. The program is Poetry after lunch, or rather Pearl, and that is the wedding name of Poetry After Lunch, Pearl. So tell a Pearl to tell a Pearl to tell another Pearl to come to Pearl every Thursday of the week at the Kenya Cultural Center, courtesy Ministry of Sports and Culture.